We don't do very many videos that are life or death, but this one, it actually is. This one's about cancer and my dropping the ball and getting this video out. Pink Warrior Christmas is coming up. It's this Saturday. You're probably seeing this 1 or 2 days, if not on the day of the event. I wanted to put this video out before you see the actual video that we recorded with Kirsten Pearson, where she tells us about this event, in case you're seeing this video after the event's over, because you can still donate, you can still support the cause, you can still give money and help these people in our community that are battling cancer, and I am begging you to please do that. So watch this video, and when you're done, don't walk, run to your computer, run to your phone, run to your email, call, Venmo, whatever you need to do, money to Kirsten to help our people in our community fight cancer, because they really need it. So, sorry for getting this video out late. Enjoy it, and don't forget to donate. Put on a mask. All right, we're back. This is the Annie Black Show. Today we are talking about the C word, the evil C word, cancer. It's terrible. We hate it. But we are going to fight it. So that's what we're talking about today. And we're going to tell you 3 things that you can do, Virgin Valley, to fight cancer, to help people in your community, in our community, fight cancer. And we are with one of the Pink Warriorettes, Kirsten Pearson, who's going to tell us, is this your organization or is it like a bunch of people?
So Pink Christmas Nevada is my nonprofit, and we call it Pink Warriors Christmas because I am a breast cancer survivor, and it came from my hometown. It was also kind of brought about by another Pink Warrior, and so that's where Pink Warriors part comes from, but Pink Christmas Nevada is my nonprofit. But yeah, it's mine.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
Nonprofit. How is that stressful? Like all the bookkeeping and all the things and rules.
We have amazing help. I have somebody that does nonprofit. That's pretty much his entire job. He's just kind of like a silent partner in the background, and he takes care of all of that. Thank goodness. So,
Oh, thank goodness for that. Yeah, that's scary. That stuff
thank goodness
stresses
for
me
good
out.
people in our lives. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about what can people do in the city of Mesquite or even Littlefield or Bunkerville. I mean, from the whole damn
Overton,
area,
yeah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
to help fight cancer. I mean, it feels like maybe we just notice it here more because like social media, it's a small
Smaller
town, and so you're more aware.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like I'm seeing it all the time on my feed. So, let's talk about first your event. What can people do as far as your event goes to help fight cancer in Mesquite?
Yeah. So really, we're talking about supporting our warriors, right? Supporting the families, supporting people that are walking through it. So knowing that they have a community behind them is priceless.
Yeah.
So spreading the word, getting the word out about our event, and donating your time, raffle items, showing up, hanging out with us. We're fun bunch of people.
Yeah, you are. So the first thing that you can do, right, is they are going to have basically a full day. It's a day, an entire day of events to help fight cancer. And the goal is to raise as much money as we can
Yep.
for these people in our community. And then they use that money however they need to use it
Yeah.
to get through their battle. And God bless you for doing it.
Yeah.
The first thing that people can do is they can't do it anymore, but they can get ready for next year.
Yeah.
There is a golf classic, which sells out, I guess, super fast,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. That's only our 3rd year. First year, we only had about half. And then the second year, we had 90 the first year out of 144 golfers. And then we've sold out for the last 2 years. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
And that's happening at Falcon Ridge. So even if you can't play, you can still donate. You can do a sponsorship for the golf tournament. And I'm actually going to sponsor a hole. So you should too. It's a
Yeah.
good thing to do. Great thing to do. That's one way that you can help. Another way that, like Kirsten said, is you can participate, and tell us about the Family Fun Day.
Family Fun Day. So we have face painting, pictures with Santa. A couple of community members are doing like games and stuff like that, giving away just things, just doing fun little carnival type things, bounce houses, food trucks. Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's also happening in the Falcon Ridge parking lot.
Yeah,
So if you're doing this whole thing, you can make a day of it. You can golf,
absolutely.
then you can get your face painted.
Yep.
They're going to have raffles. So the family fun day is from 10 to 1. It's $5 for an individual ticket and $20 for a family. Like, you can't do anything that
Yeah.
inexpensive nowadays.
Yeah, so you can come in, you can do all the prizes, all the games, all of the, food trucks. Obviously, you're going to pay for that because they're
Right.
donating their time to be there. So if you would like to purchase food, you can purchase food from them. But everything else from activities is, free.
I mean, what can you do for $20 for your family?
Yeah.
Like nothing. You can't even buy popcorn at the movies for $20.
Right.
So that's another way that you can help fight cancer in our community. And then finally, they're not quite at gala status yet, but it sounds like there's a pretty fun dinner that's going to happen. Dinner and music. The Beas band.
The 80s.
Okay, cool.
They're out of Cedar City,
the
Utah.
80s.
Yeah.
I see. It's an 8
Ease. Yeah.
Ease.
Yeah.
Dang.
So they're out of Cedar City, Utah. They actually come and donate their time. They've been doing
Cool.
this every year. With them, they've amazing, and they're just so much fun. And they play 80s music. That's their whole
I love
thing.
it.
So.
Yeah, and also they don't dress like bees or anything.
No.
It's 80s. Apparently, I just can't read. That's not the first time. But that's the third way, right? Or actually, that's like the second way because we still have other ways that you can help. But that's $25 a person from 5:30 to 9:30, and all of this is happening Saturday, November 22nd at Falcon Ridge Golf Course. So it'll be from the golf course to Scotty's restaurant. And we'll drop all this information in the video description, obviously, so you guys can sign up and support the cause. But you can also just go ahead, which is probably the most important way to do it, is just donate money. Like if you have money that you can donate, do it, even if it's just like a couple bucks, right?
Bucks. Every little bit helps. We have 4 families we're donating for. I'd like to kind of just shout out our beneficiaries right now. So we have Jack Sandoval, John Anthony Campbell or Tony Campbell, Jose Campos. Unfortunately, we just lost him last week. He passed away, but we're still going to honor him. And Leslie Fox, all different types of cancer. We started with breast cancer because that's my journey, but we support any type of cancer. So,
wow.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can tell us about the beneficiaries or any little things people would love to know about them?
Oh gosh, put me on the spot. No, you're okay. So we ask when, kind of ask like what their diagnosis was when they were diagnosed and like their like favorite quote.
Mhm.
So, Jax is a funny kid. He has B cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
Mm.
He was diagnosed October of 2024. And his quote is, "God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors."
That's true.
Um,
And he's a young guy, huh?
He's a young guy.
A
Yeah.
kid?
Yeah, he's a kid.
Oh.
Leslie Fox is breast cancer stage 2. She was diagnosed July of this year. And her quote is, "Life is good."
She's going with me to the she's going to be my guest for that Marine birthday celebration.
Okay.
And I didn't even know. She
all
reached
new.
out and said, "Hey, I know you have 2 tickets. Do you still have them?" And I said, "Yeah." And I said, "Were you in the military?" And she was in the military, but then she said, "And I've been battling cancer." And I actually know her and
Yeah.
she and Bob and stuff, and I did not know that.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You really don't know the journey that somebody's taking.
Yeah.
There's so many people that really didn't know, for me, but it's fine. It's good.
Right.
Jose Campos, like I said, we just lost him last week. His was melanoma stage 4. He was diagnosed in 2021. His quote was, "Life is easier with a drink in one hand and listening to good music."
I saw that on the
Yeah.
flyer or on the website, I guess. So the money that gets raised for him, does that go to his family?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep. And then John Campbell or Tony Campbell, his is squamous cell lung cancer. He was diagnosed in 2024. His quote says, "Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my kidney, and my gallbladder." So
Man, keeping the spirits high when
yeah.
they're going through all that. So, but we'll get into that in a second because I want to talk a little bit about your journey and your perspective on all this. But um things that you can do as a person out there watching this episode is you can donate money, time, treasure, whatever. I mean, whatever you have, any way that you can serve, I'm sure that they would be happy to accept it. You can donate raffle items, and then also, like we said earlier, you can sponsor the lunch, the golf tournament, whatever like speaks to your heart and your soul. They would, I'm sure, love to have your help and support.
Absolutely.
And it's going obviously to a very worthy cause. And so, like you said earlier, you started this organization because was it after you
Mm-hmm.
were
Yeah.
out of your situation with breast
Yeah.
cancer?
Yeah.
So,
So I was diagnosed in 2016, and we started this our first year in 2020. It was our first year, but
wow.
yeah.
So you were just like, I mean, what made you want to start the organization? Had you heard of it before?
Yeah, so from my hometown, there was another nonprofit group that has been doing it for quite a few years. It was in honor of her name is Lori Myers. She's a really close family friend of ours. And so she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She loved pink. She loved Christmas. And so that's kind of like where it just took off. So
Mm-hmm.
always been in support with them. My family's from Cedar City, so that's something that we support every single year. And just knowing with my journey and the support that I received, and knowing that you really can't pay that back I mean, it's hard to pay back, right?
Right.
So paying it forward is kind of where it's like, okay, like I've found my space, I found my journey, I found my purpose. Um, and that's just, yeah. So,
Right. Man, that's crazy. I was thinking from like as a woman with the potential to get breast cancer at some point, is there some place around here? I know they do like the mammo van and stuff like that, which is a big truck that basically rolls into town and they do mammograms. But
yeah.
is that, talk to us a little bit about prevention. I mean, it doesn't have to be just breast cancer, but
Yeah.
that was what I thought of. Is
Yeah,
there,
prevention. I mean, obviously, with any cancer, prevention's key, right? If we can catch it the earliest stages, then that's our greatest chance of survival.
right,
So number one, knowing your family history, but family history really doesn't always mean that you're an increased risk. I mean, you are, but like my cancer, even with my significant family history, it's not considered genetic. It's nothing that linked anything genetically. So just being aware of your body, Mesa View Medical Group, mammograms, um, Mesquite Women's Clinic, obviously.
mm-hmm,
There is the Mama Van that comes around. I can never catch it schedule wise, and I need to do better at that. But getting your mammogram, knowing your body. There's also a global foundation that I am a global educator on. It's called Know Your Lemons. And that all came about actually right at my diagnosis. I found them um, right around the same time I was diagnosed.
mm,
And their whole thing is there's 12 signs and symptoms of breast cancer. And so they have lemons in like an egg carton and it shows the different things. And they show a lemon because then it's not going to get banned on social media. Kind
right,
of looks like a breast, that kind of a thing. But there is knowing your own body, doing self exams
yeah,
every month, and just becoming aware of what's normal for you versus maybe what's popped up. That's that sort of a thing. And again, just early prevention.
yeah.
So
Anything in those signs that is like a not widely known? I mean, we all kind of know if you feel something or whatever. Like, is there anything that might be a symptom or a sign that you might not know?
with the 12 signs, so like dimpling is
Mm-hmm.
one that's kind of odd, and or like orange peel type skin where your skin actually changes on the outside. It kind of looks like an orange peel.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's like crusting out of the nipple. That sounds sorry for TMI, but that's just how it is.
It is what it is.
The like leakage out of the nipple that you just don't really have like why or anything like that. You're
Right.
not breastfeeding, anything like that. Um, and then like any like warmth or redness. Mine was completely pain free. It was just a weird little nodule. I found it when I was bathing.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of the same, but also kind of different, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just I could have blown it off completely. I was 38 years old, or talked to my doctor who was well aware of my family history, and he's like, no, we're gonna get it checked.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
What about this? I've heard like, is it colon cancer or something? I was
Hmm.
reading something the other day, and it's like amongst young people,
Hmm.
it's skyrocketing. And I think actually someone in our community maybe discovered that. I don't remember. Maybe I don't. I saw it on social media. A young, I guess, young, my age, our age. I
Yeah.
don't know how old you are, but um, and he was just like, holy crap, I went in thinking whatever, not even,
Yeah.
it was blood work. He didn't
Yeah.
even have any symptoms.
Yeah.
And I know it's again TMI, but I see these like advertisements for natural toilet paper and stuff, and they're saying like all the chemicals that they put in toilet paper could
Yeah.
be the thing, or it's our diet, or who the hell knows what it is. But
Or you've just drawn the short stick. I mean,
it's like
yeah.
crazy. Like young people are getting colon cancer
So
at
I
alarmingly
think, and again, I
weird
think that
numbers.
goes back to like, I don't necessarily think that it's younger people. I think that we now have the testing and knowing that we need to test earlier, so it's
Hmm.
found earlier.
Okay,
Because colon cancer can be such a slow growing cancer
got it.
that, yes, there's some that are aggressive, but for the most part, you could have had it for 10 plus years and really not know that you've had cancer.
Right.
So my father-in-law unfortunately passed away from colon cancer,
Oh, man.
and which led to my husband getting his first colonoscopy at 47, 48, well before the age. It's now changed. It's now 40, or 45. Sorry, excuse me, 45, I think. But a few years ago, that was 50, not getting your first colonoscopy until you're 50.
Hmm.
So when his dad was diagnosed, I looked at him and I was like, guess what? Your colonoscopy just got moved up a
You're
few
going.
years.
Yeah.
You're going. And, thank God, because he went in and the doctor's like, what do you hear? This isn't your normal, age, like what's going on.
Right.
And he's like, this is after the colonoscopy. And he's like, well, my dad was just diagnosed. And he's like, your dad just saved your life.
Wow.
So because he had polyps, he had things that were, that if he would have just
Oh,
waited. And, my husband's a guy.
right.
Getting him to go do anything preventative, I would have, had to twist his arm and
Right.
talk him into it. So who knows if he would have actually gone at 50
Right.
of his own accord, I mean, I hope he would have, but
Especially
probably not. So
especially things like that. Like, I'm not going to out my family members, but I've had like the specific ones. And honestly, they joke about it because it's just, I guess, how our family deals with things now, it's just how we deal with things. But anyway, two of the guys in our family had testicular cancer,
yeah,
and they were both super young.
yeah,
And it's like, I'm sure that nobody, regardless of their gender, is like super excited about a colonoscopy,
yeah,
right? And I know that like I never could really understand it as a younger person, seeing older people be like, I don't want to go to the doctor or whatever is going
yeah,
on. But I feel like as I've gotten older, I can identify with that because
yeah,
I'm like, I'll just go like next week or
yeah,
whatever. And it's
yeah. You're
like,
just gonna put it off, put it off.
right.
Yeah,
But there's something inside me that's like, you should go,
yeah,
stop being an idiot. What are you
yeah,
doing? Like, why are you doing this
yeah,
weird thing that you just don't like? Maybe you don't want to know the
yeah.
answer,
No,
or I don't know. What
yeah.
is it?
If
Or
somebody could
weird.
explain that to me, I've got a couple family members that way too. That I'm like, can you just go get checked already? But
I
and that's the
know.
thing is, my father-in-law, if he would have, he was 67 when he was diagnosed, and if he would have just had one colonoscopy from the time he was 50, just one, and he'd probably still be with us.
Wow. But you know what? How many lives is he gonna save?
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
I mean, I guess if some things like that are gonna happen, at least the silver lining is that other people will hopefully not have
Yeah.
the same outcome.
Yep. And that's my journey too. It's if I could, because um, what's the word? Survivor's guilt, or
Mm.
my journey as a cancer patient was quote unquote relatively easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to do chemo. I had a double mastectomy. I chose to have a double mastectomy based on my family history and radiation. I know people are like, oh, that's a lot, but compared to other people, it's
Mm-hmm.
really not, right? So if I could just have one person or help one person have that easier journey of catching it that much sooner,
Right.
it's worth it.
Man, for sure. Yeah, my mother-in-law had breast cancer, and
Sorry,
she's
I'm a crier.
oh, I mean, it's
Sorry,
okay. It's
your
totally
mother-in-law.
no, it's good. She had breast cancer, and she's still dealing with the chemo brain and the things, and you have to be on the medication for like 2 years after,
Hmm.
which is, I mean, it's just a horrendous thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. God bless you for doing what you're doing, and who knows how many lives you're going to save, which is crazy,
so.
right?
Yeah.
That's,
Put
I'm
that
sure
out to
you
the world,
hear
I
it
hope
all the
so.
time, or you have to hear it, right? Like, man, do people tell you that?
I haven't heard that part, but I mean, knowing that there's somebody out there that they can turn to for questions,
Yeah.
like, absolutely. Yeah.
But no one's been like, you haven't had a story yet where someone's like, I went and got my mammogram, and like, because of that.
No, not yet. But I had
No.
people like, hey, I checked my lemons today, or hey, I got my
Oh.
mammogram. And I'm like, excellent. Like,
You're the
absolutely.
lemon lady.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, on that note, I'm the oldest of 10 kids, and we have 6 girls in our family, and my grandmother passed away from breast cancer. And I guess it's not, so breast cancer for the most part is not hereditary, right?
Mm-mm.
But nevertheless, we've all been trying to go for these it's like a HER scan or so they call it. I guess it's like a, what do you call it? It's a sonogram, I guess, basically, instead of the squishy.
Yeah, so like a mammogram, not a mammogram, like an ultrasound,
Right,
type
exactly.
thing. Yeah.
And anyways, we've been like, we'll just go make a day of it. We'll
Yeah.
all go to Vegas. We'll all do it. We'll
Yeah.
have lunch. We'll go shopping, whatever, and like get our boobies checked out.
Yeah, absolutely. Love
So
it.
do
Yes,
it.
yes.
Make
It's
it
not
fun.
that. It's really not that hard. It's not that big a deal. And 1 of 8 people will get breast cancer, and that's male or women. That's not just women.
Right.
1 of 8. So
It's out there, and it's a thing. We got to just deal with it. So, all right. Well, what else do you want people to know about the organization? Is there anything else you feel like you want to, any wisdom you'd like to impart on people that are still watching?
no, it's funny because Mesquite's such a small town, but it's a small town that's hard to get the word about. So helping us spread the word, really just talking about it, finding us on social media, sharing it, and just word of mouth, just talking about it is more than I could ask for.
Get your girlfriends together. I know that Sun City, they go down in like shuttles for like events. Maybe we should get like a shuttle, like
There
a
you go.
like a whole shuttle. We could just like take a whole group of people.
Yeah.
Just go get your
Let's
like
go.
a colonoscopy shuttle. Everyone's sad on the way back.
Like, no, you're out, you're sleeping, it's good.
There's no eating or drinking. You're all just like
starving after that.
Okay, if you go on the colonoscopy shuttle, you get to go to the bar afterwards and like have a drink.
A whole buffet food.
But anyways, all right, well, we're gonna share this. Thank you so much for coming on. It was a funny thing. She's so hardcore. She was walking around our shopping center handing out these flyers, and she walked out, and I was like, oh, that's the cancer lady. And so I was like, get back over here. We got to get you on the show to talk about this.
I appreciate it very much. I'm glad you stopped me.
Let's make it a thing. Well, and I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to sponsor a hole for the golf tournament. If you're watching, you should sponsor and help them out too. This is going to a very worthy cause. And again, just thanks for coming and thanks for doing this. And if there's ever any way that we can help or I can help, please let me know.
I will.
All right, cool.
Thanks.
We'll share everything for the event and the link for where you can donate in the description below the video. Please go on there, donate, and get yourself checked out. If you don't have the money or the means to donate something, go get yourself checked out.
Please.
It's super important.
Please.
All right. We'll see you guys next time.